Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Yes, it is day 15 of the uprising in Egypt. We go first to the phone to Cairo, to Democracy Now! Senior producer Sharif Abdel Kouddous. Sharif, welcome back to Democracy Now! Tell us what the latest is right now.
Amy, I just came back from Tahrir Square. There are tens of thousands of people there. It's packed, and there are reportedly tens of thousands more still streaming in. As I walked by on the coming out to the museum side, people had laid blankets around the tank station there, and they're sleeping in front of them, preventing the military from encroaching any further on the occupied space of Tahrir that's been occupied by the people since January 28th. People are resilient, and there seems to be public opinion is, according to some people, that is turning to back them. There's also talk, although this is not confirmed by any means yet, of a smaller march in the coming days to the state TV building, which is essentially the propaganda arm of the Mubarak regime, to come here and stage a protest, which is just a couple hundred yards from where I'm speaking to you right now. Again, this today marks 2 weeks since this uprising began. There are tens of thousands continuing to stay in Tahrir. There are elaborate networks now set up of tents, and I even saw yesterday a guy giving out free haircuts. There's a makeshift hospital. People are giving out food. It has become a mini encampment in Tahrir. People are determined to stay there until Mubarak leaves.
Sharif, in a moment, we're going to play more of the video recording of Wael Ghonim. Can you talk about this Google executive's significance after being released after, what was it, 12 days by Egyptian so-called security?
Well, Wael Ghonim is a Google executive for marketing in North Africa and the Middle East. He anonymously ran one of the key Facebook pages that was about Khalid Said, who was a young Egyptian who was beaten to death by police and sparked protests at the time, and has been a kind of a symbol, a martyr of this uprising as well. And so Wael Ghonim was actually arrested on January 28th. That's a day of rage where tens of thousands of Egyptians took to the streets here and battled with the Ministry of Interior security apparatus and essentially won. He has been held since then. There was no word of him, and he was just released yesterday. He gave a very emotional interview on TV here on Dream TV, which had a very strong effect with many people that I've spoken with here. He broke down crying when she showed him pictures of those killed in the uprising, and a lot of people are talking about it. He actually just sent a message on Twitter saying he was trying to make his way into Tahrir. If he does, I'm sure it'll have quite an effect if he gets up on the stage.
Well, Sharif, we're going to be speaking to you in just a little while in the show in studio, and we're going to be joined by the Cairo bureau chief of Al Jazeera English, Ayman Moukhelin. How exactly do you pronounce his last name?
His name's Ayman Moukhelin, and yeah, he's right here with me, and we're going to be on in a few moments. He was detained by the military on Monday for a number of hours, and part of this crackdown on the media that's been happening here in Egypt.
So we'll be going to that in a few minutes, but right now,